back for more, and that is Jimmy the Baker's holiday flavor crumb cakes. He has won awards for his crumb cakes. He's won awards for a lot of things, but I will tell you, these are big. They are amazing. They actually come individually packaged that you'll see right here. And I'm going to take you through those in just a moment. But first of all, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 12 of these no matter what. And out of the 12, you will automatically get 6 in the cinnamon flavor. So what you would need to decide is, do you want 6 cinnamon with the 6 apple cider cakes, or do you want 6 cinnamon with the 6 lemon pie cakes, or do you want 6 cinnamon with the 6 almond cakes? And I'm telling you right now, if you are Scandinavian and you love almond, those are the best almond cakes I've ever had. And I've eaten a lot of almond in my lifetime because of Scandinavia. But here's what I want you to know. These come in a little container so that no matter what part of it you're eating, it all is like it's the center of the cake. Bring in Jimmy Tanico. He is our baker extraordinaire coming into us. Hello, Jimmy. I hear you're a little under the weather.
Yes.
Well,
this is my first day back to work.
Oh boy. Well, I'm glad that you didn't take the time to travel, because it's best that you just take care of yourself. But let's start with your cinnamon cake, because that's the one that everybody's going to get, and it's the one that you're most known for.
This was a labor of love, because we went through lots of renditions, but we landed on pudding cake.
Yeah.
And I you know, when I see that opening like that, and this is not a piece of cake that we carefully baked. This came right off the production line, if you will. A layer of pudding cake, a layer of that cinnamon swirl filling, which is the beginnings of our cinnamon roll, by the way. Another layer of cake, and then lots of crumb on top.
Yeah.
The pudding cake, the classic cinnamon crumb cake, it's got plenty of crumb topping. I'm from New York, I'm from Long Island, where you didn't eat a piece of crumb cake unless it was loaded with cake.
Yeah.
We're saying it's 6.5 ounces, but you know, you owe it to yourself to come up to the bakery and watch our crumb toppers put crumb on top of cake.
Yeah.
Because they're told, cover the cake. Don't worry about if you put too much on. Cover the cake completely.
Don't skimp. That's what Jimmy says all the time. Well, I got to tell you, that's so good. I was pushing on the cake to show everybody it's so moist that it's you know, it literally, your fingers just sink in and it's not breaking apart like a dry cake would. Well, let's move on. And let's show everyone the almond cake. And I told every Scandinavian and anybody who likes almond that this is the best almond cake. It truly is.
I call this, out of the 4, the kinder, gentler choice, because the almond oil kind of offsets the sweetness. So you know, again, there you go. Like we said, you and I both know almond and the tradition of almond in the North European countries and Scandinavia, et cetera, like that. It is a really great piece of cake. It's not overly sweet. It's again, be careful. It's 6.5 full 7 ounces. This is a sour cream cake, coffee cake, topped with white butter crumb topping. All of those flavors: the almond oil, a little shot of vanilla, the sour cream, the butter crumb topping. Really kind of complement each other, and bakeries of the old used the almond, and I like to think this is a bit nostalgic for many of us.
Well, I'll tell you, that is delicious. Let's go to the lemon pie, because I can tell you right now, that one is already traveling out of here quickly. I'll tell you, this is so moist. I really should cut it with the knife. Otherwise, it's going to fall all apart.
Like I said,
this is unbelievable.
So like I said earlier in the year during the election season, no one asked me to run, but if I just held this cake up, I could have run for office on this cake. This is
next year.
This was the sleeper of the year. If you remember, this is my, when I turned 65 back in January, and I said I was going to up our game, more flavor, more moisture. And when we got to the lemon, we thought, okay, what could we do? We had the blueberry pie, the cherry pie. Let's do a lemon curd. swirl throughout the cake. And
Lemon
that's
curd.
so you're already getting a moist cake, and then you're adding lemon pie filling or lemon curd, if you will, throughout the cake. And I'm amazed at how much the QVC customer loves lemon, and not only how much they love it, how intense they want it. Because I have many of my QVC customers who contact me with feedback, and they would keep telling me we want more lemon, and I'm like, when I eat the cake, my sinuses are cleared. There's so much lemon, and they still want it, and they wanted, and that's frankly what I did. I did too much lemon in this cake, in my opinion, and it has been a runaway hit. It is really.
Is there such thing as too much lemon?
I don't think so. Not when it's lemon curd.
Oh my goodness. And it is. It's just, it's the right amount of tart, but creamy, and just, and all the crumb on top.
All the
is
crumb.
Just, it's good.
It's, you know, you don't know whether to eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, dessert, or all of the above. You know what I mean? Take us through your apple cider, because this is also very, very exciting and one of your newest flavors.
Again, I'd have to say, with the lemon, this year's hit. You know, David Venable was out at a apple cider farm about a year ago at a farm eating apple cider donuts, and he turned to me when he got back and said, can't we make an apple cider donut cake or something like that? And that's what this is. There is apple cider in this cake. It's not apple cider base. It's not apple cider flavor. This cake is made with apple cider. Cinnamon sugar running through the center of the cake, and then you've got those crunchy pieces of sugar on top. The reason we did that instead of crumb is we wanted you to take this cake, put it in the microwave 10 seconds. I'm trying to recreate the apple cider donut that you got at the farm. So the hot apple cider donut is everybody's favorite. You've got apple cider in the cake. You've got the cinnamon sugar running throughout and on top. Hopefully I came close, and by looking at the sales, I think we did just what we intended to do.
You absolutely have. Okay, is this awesome or what?
So
It's
good.
so good.
And I love that idea of just microwaving it enough so it's just the perfect amount of warmth.
10 seconds,
Absolutely.
10 or 15 seconds is all you need.
Yeah, that's the truth. And I got to tell you, these are so big, and I can eat quite a bit. But I got to tell you, we have these at home right now. We've got some in our refrigerator, and we slice this in half, and Mark has half and I have half, and it's still plenty.
Yeah,
you know.
Yes.
So now we have to decide: do you want 6 cinnamon with the 6 apple cider donut cakes, or do you want 6 cinnamon with the 6 lemon pie cakes? Very popular. We also have the 6 cinnamon with the 6 almond, and I'm just going to tell you, that's almond like you've never tasted it before. I mean, that is just, it's not just sort of almond. There's no nuts in it, no almond, just almond oil in it. And it's just really, really decadent. It's $3.40 each. Now, here's the thing. If you put this in an order and you actually use the code DEAL15, you can use it up to twice today, then that brings it down by another $6. But honestly, you're getting them for all 12 of these for $39.98. Jimmy, let me just ask one quick question. When we get these home, they'll be, you know, room temperature. I put some in the freezer and some in the fridge. What do you recommend?
That's exactly as you know what I recommend. Put a bunch of them in the fridge, put a bunch of them in the freezer.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll stay fine at room temperature, but you've heard me say over the years, I like to eat baked goods on the chilled side.
Right.
But they'll be fine. And if you have one in the freezer and you want it right away, yes, you can microwave it right away if you want, but take it out of the freezer for 15 minutes, then put it in the microwave if you wish. But, you know, again, and one other thing I should point out, if you are gifting these, if you gift early, they could put these in the freezer. They'll last till Christmas, they'll last till Thanksgiving, they'll last till New Year's Eve, and every holiday in between.